US-based company Airbnb is offering free temporary housing for up to 100,000 Ukrainian refugees. While their country's military forces are fighting back against the Russians, many civilians were left with no shelter and little to no food. Studio G reporter Matthew Guanga has more on the story. I want to let you guys know about a location here in Las Vegas for all you movie lovers. Reporter David Cruz is going to tell us about this new museum.
Strategic Highway Safety Plan shows that from 2018 to 2020, 52% of all citations were speed-related. Their goal is to inform the public to make safe choices and develop a safety policy that will save lives.
You know, it's interesting. I got into psychology because I was really interested in how people could look at the same thing and see it differently. So it was their perception. But even the perception of success is actually different. And so that bred into some of it. I think psychology too is about helping people, and I consider myself, you know, my career as an administrator is as a servant leader, of that you're not doing it for the title, you're really doing it because you get to help people.
And what drew you to come to UNLV specifically?
So UNLV it's just one of those names. I mean, those 4 letters mean a lot. It seems like everybody knows them. And when the opportunity was put in front of me, you know, I had a good job. I was working very, very hard in Detroit, Michigan, and enjoyed that work. But I think it was that it's the West, which is one thing I like, and also though seeing what UNLV was about. It was about diversity, which I'm a big supporter of, and that, you know, we hold 3 different classifications. We're an MSI as a minority serving institution, an HSI as a Hispanic serving institution, and an ANAPISI, which is Alaska Native Pacific Islander. There's very few universities that actually hold that distinction.
Oh, wow. And how does it feel being the first African American president of UNLV? How does that feel to be such an integral part of diversity on campus?
Well, you know, it's interesting how that intersects, and in some ways, it's important to me and it's not important to me. I mean, I really don't care the color or creed of any student, as long as they have the goal of trying to get a college degree. I'm here to help them. But to me, the strength that we have in diversity actually helps people understand different people's perspectives. It's one of the reasons why I'm so glad that we're kind of coming back in person, so that we can get even more of that interaction that actually comes. It's kind of a silent strength that anybody who gets a degree here actually has.
And
Bryce Hamilton has officially declared for the NBA draft after 4 years of playing UNLV basketball. He shared in an Instagram post, quote, "I would like to thank the Rebel fans for all the love and support over these last 4 years. With that being said, I will be entering the 2022 NBA draft," end quote.
Now at 9, life or death. The jury's decision for the Parkland shooter's penalty now being read.
Plus, a shooting near campus and an officer's life is claimed. We'll bring you the latest details.
And campus safety. We sit down with Assistant Director Arnold Vasquez for safety tips and much more.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on Studio G. My name is Dominic Lavoie.
And I'm Hector Solomon. Let's get right into it. Breaking news this morning, a Metro officer is dead following a shooting near UNLV. The officer was identified as 49-year-old Trung Tai. Police have arrested Tyson Hampton as a suspect in the shooting. Hampton allegedly was armed with a handgun and fired at officers. Both responding officers fired back. A bystander was also injured in the shooting, and there are no updates following their conditions. The intersection of Flamingo Road and University Center Drive is now closed.
And this just in, the jury has reached a decision in the trial for Parkland massacre gunman Nikolas Cruz. Cruz recommends a life in prison on the first counts against the gunman. They're still considering for the 17 counts for the victims of which Cruz killed in the shooting, and those counts can land Cruz either life in prison or the death penalty. Jurors must be unanimous in their decision for a death sentence according to Florida law. Cruz pleaded guilty to 17 counts of attempted murder last year in the 2018 shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida.